Functions of commercial bank. Functions are divided into two groups: primary function and secondary function. Primary function includes accepting of deposit and granting loans and advances. Secondary function includes agency function and utility function. Now we are going to see each of these one by one. Primary function are further divided into two parts: accepting deposit and granting loans. Accepting deposit means collecting deposit from the people, from the organization. It is of two types: time deposit and demand deposit. First, time deposit, as the name suggests. Time deposit means deposit is accepted for certain period of time, and after the expiry of that time, that deposit is given back along with the interest to the depositor. So in this also we have two types: fixed deposit and recurring deposit. Fixed deposit means certain amount, fixed amount is saved in the bank for certain period of time. So the amount is kept with the bank and interest is normally highest in FD. Why interest is high? Because bank is sure that you are not going to take back your money soon. You will take back after the completion of time period only. So that's why interest is high, and normally withdrawal is not permitted. But in case you want to take back your money, they reduced interest rate, plus they also charge a penalty. And when you open an account, that time that one receipt is issued, that is called as fixed deposit receipt. And if you want to withdraw your money, you have to surrender this receipt to the bank. Which receipt? Fixed deposit receipt. You have to surrender to the bank, then they are going to give you back your amount. Next is recurring deposit. Reoccurring, that means the person is going to deposit money, certain sum of money on a monthly basis. Okay, these account is open normally by salaried people who have regular income. They open this account and regularly every month they deposit certain amount, and after the expiry of time period, maybe for 2 years or 5 years, after that time period you will get back your money along with interest. Normally on this account also interest is high, and separate book is also provided for the recurring deposit account. Now next B is demand deposit. Time deposit, that means you are going to deposit money for a certain period of time. Demand deposit, as the name suggests, demand deposit, that means amount can be withdrawn by the customer at any time. Whenever the person wants to withdraw, he can take back his money, and for that he can use withdrawal slip, check, ATM cards, online transfer. With that, with the help of these, customer can withdraw money. So in this also we have two accounts: saving account and current account. Saving account, most popular one, normally opened by salaried people or those who are earning wages. Aim is to encourage habit of saving. Now interest rate is low, approximately I can say for normally gives 4 to 5% interest rate on saving account, and they credit this interest monthly basis, quarterly, half yearly or yearly basis. Passbook facilities given, SMS facilities given, account statement. Now in this saving account, there is one more option is there. You can go for a flexi deposit account. Flexi deposit or multiple option deposit. In this, you can have both saving account and FD. This facility combine the advantage of saving and FD. It is not separate deposit account. It is a type of saving account or current deposit account with a separate features. In this multiple option deposit account, excess amount after a particular limits get automatically transferred to FD, or when adequate funds are not available to honor payment of checks in saving account, funds get transferred from FD to saving account. For example, in my saving account I have 5,000, and in my FD I have 25,000, and I require 10,000 from my bank. So I can withdraw 10,000 because 5,000 will be given from the saving account and remaining amount will be deducted from the FD. Now same way if I have excess money in my saving account, that will be automatically transferred to FD. So normally in FD you cannot withdraw amount, but here the flexi deposit account, this facility is given that you can withdraw money excess than what your saving account has. Next is current account. Normally these account is opened by a businessman or commercial organization. Now you see saving account we cannot withdraw every now and then. They have limit. Weekly 2 or 3 transactions are only possible in case of saving account, but in case of a current account n number of transactions you can do. There is no restrictions on number of transaction. Now interest on current account, normally they don't give any interest or interest is very low. Another benefit is that overdraft facility is given. That means overdraft facility means you can withdraw amount above and over than your account has. B. Granting loans and advances. Bank grant loans and advances to the business firm and other who are in need of fund. The loan period is for more than 1 year, then it is called as loan. And if it is for shorter period, for 4 months to 1 year, then it is called as advances. Now we are going to see loans. Commercial bank provide loans to businessman. Borrower can use entire amount sanctioned or can withdraw from the bank in installment. And interest is charged on the whole amount which is sanctioned by the bank. Now there are 3 types of loans: short term loan, medium term, and long term. Short term is if the loan is taken up to 1 year for any purpose, then it is called a short term loan. If loan period is from 1 year to 5 year, then it is called as medium term loan. Now short term loan is mostly, we can say, if we are talking about business, the businessman take these loan for working capital need. And from the point of view of business, if the businessman is taking medium term loan, then the requirement can be for working capital or he wants to have fixed capital in the business. Long term loan, if the loan is taken for more than 5 years, then it is called as long term loan. And these loans are mostly taken for purchasing capital assets. Now second is advances. As I told you, if the loan is taken for shorter period of time, like 4 months to 1 year, then it is called as advances. In advances, first is cash credit. This facility is provided to current account as well as to saving account. Both the account holder can take this facility. It provides working capital for longer period of time. Interest rate is high and separate cash credit account is maintained. This is particularly if you are talking about cash credit, separate account is maintained. Next is overdraft facility. Then this facility is provided to only current account holder. Mostly time period is between 15 to 60 days. Interest is charged on the actual amount withdrawn. Now here the difference between cash credit and overdraft is that here no need of maintaining a separate account, and the entries are shown in the current account only. So if you talk about cash credit, interest is on actual amount withdrawn, but in overdraft interest is calculated on the used amount. Interest is low in case of cash credit, but in overdraft interest is high. Next is C, discounting of bills of exchange. Bill discount is a process of trading the bill before it becomes due for the payment. The seller which has sold the goods, if he want the amount of the bill immediately before the date. He wants money now, he need cash now. So what he can do is that he can go to bank and he can discount the bill. Amount is for example 50,000. He can withdraw that amount from the bank showing that bill, and bank, after charging some amount, they pay the amount, maybe some 49,000 something something, and this seller will get the payment immediately. Now on the due date, bank will will approach the buyer, and he is going to pay money to the, so it's a win-win situation for both seller and buyer of the goods, as the buyer gets sufficient amount of time to make payment against the bill. On the other hand, seller gets repayment of goods delivered at the required early date. Secondary function include agency function and utility function. Agency function means where the bank act as an agent, where the bank act as a representative of its client and performed certain functions, certain tasks. First is periodic collection and payment. If there is a regular periodic income of the client, commercial bank collects salary, dividend, interest, or any other income which is regular in nature, which is periodic in nature. They collect these salary, dividend, interest, etc. As well as they also make periodic payment such as tax bill, premium, rent, etc. These all they are going to pay, they are going to collect, but on the standing instruction of customer. Bank charges certain amount for that. Okay, bank charges certain fixed amount quarterly or annually in the form of service charges. This is called as service charges from the customer for providing such services. Second, portfolio management. First, understand what is portfolio management. It is an art or science of making decisions about the investment. If someone has given you their hard money and you need to help them to increase the capital, portfolio management refers to managing an individual's investment in the form of bonds, shares, cash, mutual fund, etc., so that he earns the maximum profit within the stipulated time frame. So large commercial bank, they undertake to purchase and sell securities on behalf of client. This handling of security is known as portfolio management. Due to these facilities, more clients are opting for such services of commercial bank. Third, fund transfer. Commercial bank provide facility of fund transfer from one branch to another branch, and commercial bank comes with various initiatives to make these transfer hassle free, like they have NEFT, then RTGS. NEFT means National Electronic Fund Transfer, and this is the fast way of transferring money from one branch to another branch. And RTGS means real time gross settlement, and this is the fastest way of transferring money. Next is dematerialization. It is a process by which physical share certificate of an investor is taken by the bank and equivalent number of securities are transferred in electronic form, are credited to the investor account with his depository participant. Now dematerialization is done on the request of investor. So here bank provide dematerialization facility to their client to hold their security in electronic format. On behalf of the client, it undertakes the electronic transfer of shares in case of purchase or sale. Next is Forex transaction. Forex means foreign exchange. A bank may purchase or sell foreign exchange on behalf of its client. How? A bank purchases forex from its client when the client receive from foreign transaction, when the client receive this money, foreign money, from the foreign transactions. He may have sold something to the foreign country and he received certain some currency from the foreign country, and then the banks sell the forex when the client need it for the overseas transaction. Again, if he wants to pay to somebody, then the bank sell this currency. Next is utility function, means a commercial bank perform utility function for the benefit of its client. First, issue of draft and check. Draft check is an order to pay money from one branch to another. A bank also issue draft to its account holder as well as to non-account holder. You remember draft. If you want to pay to somebody and you don't have account, so you can take draft facility from the bank. You can pay money to the bank and they will issue this draft, and you can submit this draft to the to where you want to pay. A bank issue draft to its account holder as well as non-account holders, whereas checks are issued only to account holders. Bank charges commission for issuing bank draft. And locker facility, this is a common utility function given by any commercial bank. If you have important documents, if you have jewelry, you can keep it in safe custody in the bank, and they are going to charge for that. Also they charge money, but your valuables are safe. Next, third is project report. A bank may prepare project report and feasibility studies on behalf of the client. Project report enable the business firm to obtain fund from the market and to obtain clearance from the government authority. If you want to start a new business, you have some proposal. So you can get your project prepared by the bank. Project is prepared in order to get fund from the bank or from the market, and it also help to obtain clearance from the government authority. Fourth is gift check. Bank issue gift checks and gold coins to account holder as well as to non-account holder. Gift check or coins can be used by the client for the purpose of gifting on occasions like weddings, birthdays, etc. Fifth is underwriting services. Commercial bank may underwrite issue of securities by the company. If you know that when the new company issue shares, it may happen that all the shares may not be subscribed by the shareholder. For example, they issue shares for 1 lakh and 80,000 is subscribed. What about the remaining 20,000? So this service can be taken from the bank. They are going to underwrite these remaining shares 20,000 if the shares are not fully subscribed. The underwriting banks agree to take up the unsubscribed portion of the securities. Obviously, they also charge. For this also they charge amount. Next is gold related services. Nowadays, many banks are providing gold services to its customer. Banks are commercially buying and selling gold or gold ornament. You can go to the bank and you can buy and sell gold ornaments on a large scale basis. Some bank also provide advisory services to its customer in terms of gold fund and gold ETF.